that's a bright sun. So, ladies and gents off YouTube, my name's Ian and welcome to my channel. We've been given a little task to do for a neighbour. Have to keep the neighbours sweet with all the hammering and banging and grinding that I do. So just let me show you what it is. I've not a clue really how to go about it. Right. So there's my cooker. There, our cooker. And over the top of that you've got an extractor fan. And then you've got a cover. And then over the top of that it goes into a vent and goes along, goes out through the wall. It comes out there. Into the shed indeed. We can walk in. We've got a relatively clean walkway. We're getting there. More importantly, it's this end. Wow, we've made some space. And as soon as I made that space, my neighbour come over to me and said, "Can you do me a little job?" Now, as I said, over the top of my extractor, I have this short piece of covering. They have the same extractor, but they've now done away with the vent that goes to the outside wall. So this vent, this extractor here, is blowing air, or sucking air, should I say, that way. It's got nowhere to go. That's blanked off at the top. It's that way, so that's blanked off with the ceiling. So he said, "Can I put a series of slots in here?" There's 3 slots, 3 fingers widths will do, and then it can vent on the inside. Now the extractor itself will have an air filter, it'll have a grease filter, so it's only recirculating the clean air. But I've got to figure a way of putting 3 slots in here in something that's relatively I don't know. Anyway, I've started to do some woodwork. Yes, you've heard me right, woodwork. So the idea is going to be, one moment, we don't want to scratch it worse than what it is. So tape measure. We finally got a pencil. We had to sharpen it. I started off, that pencil was about that long. I gave up with another pencil. I gave up indeed. I threw it over there in disgust. Up here, there's a big gap now. I mean, like that. Every pencil I've got is got no end on. Anyway, we managed. So what I've decided to do is to take some bits of pallet wood. I've put them to that height, 210 milli, and that should give me, that's 90 degrees, that should give me some rigidity. I'm going to stitch them 2 together with a piece of wood across there, and just screw that, and that'll allow me to work on that. It's still a little, but we'll sort something out there. I don't like drilling through very thin metal, so we'll take some more wood and we'll clamp that underneath to give it some rigidity. And then it's just a matter of centre popping 3 at the top, 3 at the bottom, drilling them, grinding the 2 bits out. Simples. What can go wrong? Well, everything could go wrong. I'm gonna do that first. Well, it ain't pretty, but it should do the job. Well, the first thing, a problem is my screws were too long to go through there and there, so I had to get some scrap wood so that the screw would go through there, and into some scrap wood. but it will do what I want it to do, which is keep it like that. Yeah. It's like flipping pancakes, isn't it? Right, what I'm gonna do, I've got a little hole there. I'm just gonna bang a tack in there. Now, you all know I got all that stuff the other day from that garage clearance, and in that lot was a load of tacks. So we'll just take. Oh! Well, it did. Just to take some. Oh, this one is, I think. Double little tacks, and we'll just tack that in place. You don't see me wrapping Christmas presents up. So we've covered the non-working area up best I can, so that we don't scratch it more than it needs to be. Right, to add insult to injury, the lady wants the the slots slanted. So I'm going to have to get a pencil pen out and do a little bit of drawing and see what is aesthetically pleasing. Why couldn't you just have straight slots? Why couldn't you just have, you know, 9 holes? It is what it is. We've done some doodling. We've got this, it's actually a dressmaker's pencil, and it like easily wipes off. So we've done a baseline, we've done a top line, and we're going to try and figure out what looks aesthetically. But how can I reproduce that on the other side? So I've had a play about with all my rulers, and I found one that's 12 milli thick. So I put that one there, I draw a line out the side of it to get an equidistance between the next one. I've got another ruler, so I'll put that outside of that, and you get the gist. Put that one there, and that one there, and that one there, and that'll give me 3 slots at 12 millimeters. That is about 15 from outside to outside, so it'll be less bigger than what it looks. Less bigger. Well, who taught you to speak English? Hello folks, little update there. I finished off doing some doodling which way I was going to do the slots, but I was due to go on my holidays the day after. I was intending to get that done before I went away. It's now 2 weeks later since I last filmed. The thought dawned on me, they might not want the slots going that way, they may want the slots going that way. And I left it like that, and I kept going across, seeing with the neighbours about there wasn't. They'd gone away to Newcastle for the weekend. I went on holiday, I came back, they came back, asked me had I done it. I said I hadn't. He said, can I have it done by such a date? I said, yeah. I said, but I've got a question. Which way do you want the slot? That way or that way? And his wife said, oh, I want it going that way. I said, not a problem, be done shortly. And then she said, but I don't want 3 long slots. I want a long slot, a small slot, and a little slot. I said, oh, that's fine. I can do that. I left, and I'll carry on paper here. So for the sake of repeating myself, I was going to do just 3 vertical slots. No, the customer said customer. My neighbour said they wanted 3 horizontal slots. At that point I said, well, do you want them 3 that way or do you want them 3 that way? To which she replied she wanted them that way, but could she have 3 different size slots? And I went away saying I'll do that. And when I was in here I thought, is that what she wants? So I went back over and they'd gone out, so I had to wait till they come back the day after. I said, is that what you want? I draw a baseline and 3 slots. She went, no. She goes, I want a slot, a smaller slot and a smaller slot. So I'm going to figure out how to put that on here, because in the end I just give her, I give her a pen. I said, just draw on there what you want and I'll do it, because she kept changing her mind. So that's what she wants. I've got to translate that into a pattern and make it look aesthetic. So I want to clean everything up and make a start. Just going off, before I wipe that off, quick stick on the ruler, and it's 4 inches or 10 centimeters what she drew. So I'll probably go 10 or 4 inch, 4 inch, 3 inch, 2 inch. Yeah, we'll stick to 2 inches. So a 4 inch slot, 3 inch slot, 2 inch slot. I kind of like on that angle. So we'll get this. I've not used this for about 10 years. So we'll get this, which is a bevel setter thing. So you can set the angle and I'll be able to transfer that angle correctly across. Right, I want to do some drawings. First, a clean slate. So there we go. Hook it up well with some inspiration, some doodling. Right, drawing a centre line, going 2 inch above, 2 inch below, trying to guess the radius of a 12mm bit, 13mm bit, trying to make it repeatable with what's inside. I think that ruler makes that just right. I've got that angle fixed, so I can transfer that to there easy enough, and I won't be measuring. I'll be using the scribe to go from the centre line, like say 4 inch, so that's 2 inch from there to there, 3 inch, 1.5 inch to there, 2 inch, 1 inch from there. And with that I'll be able to do some, you know, accurate marking out. Accurate it is for what it is. And then centre pop there, drill me holes, get an angle grinder, scribe a line, join the 2 holes up. Should work. Well, I think it will. I think it looks the point. Well, what they want. Okay. Well, I don't know if you're going to see this very well, but we've put our first line down with a pencil. I can see the pencil quite well in the glare. That's like that. And then want the width of that ruler in between. Gives me my first cut out. I want to slide up again the width of the ruler. I am going top to bottom, even though it's going to go 4 inch, 3 inch, 2 inch. The width of that again. And the width of that again. Stop this moving about. I've built up some steel here on this side, I've put some steel inside, and I've built up a wall on this side, so it's not going to move around. Right, I need to measure that 4 inches long. From this baseline here, a smaller one of those. I can't do that. I can. I've already got a line there. So 4 inch from there, 4 inches long. Takes me to there. Get the 2 inch line, because it's 4 inches long. I want the 2 inch line, which is there, and then I want to horizontal line for me that way. Things too long, I need a smaller one. Found this bit rusty, but I think it'll do. I really should do a, you know, a cross piece, turn it over, cross piece that side, cross piece that side, see if there's any deflection. But for what this is, I don't think it's going to matter a great deal. So that's my centre line. So now, the fancy bit. So with my first being 4 inches, I need 2 inches of that. So put that on there, and so we want 2 inches either side of that, which means I need these calipers. I set it on 4 inch, and I go to 6 inch. Boom. I can then go put that on the centre line and mark. Look at that, almost perfect. And then same that way, and then I'll go. That wants to be 3 inches, so 1.5 inches that way, 1.5 inches that way, 2 inch that way, inch that way. That way I found somewhere I can centre pop and do my first drill hole. I'll bring in a little closer. So we've already done 2 pilot holes, and we was going to drill with a 12mm bit. So we pilot hole first with a 5mm bit. I was going to go straight to 12mm, but I decided to use a step drill instead. But then I thought, well, if I want it to end there, and I'm using a 12mm bit, I need to go 6mm in. So I had that set at 2 inches. So then I had to take it to the metric size and wind it in 6mm. So my centre of my hole would be there, which means the outside diameter will be bang on my mark. And I've done that one. And now, as you can see, I have done that one and I'm about to do that one. So that's where my 5mm bit is centre pilot hole's going to be. Roughly in the centre. I don't need much. I don't need much at all. And then very thin material, easy peasy to go in it. Swap over to the centre drill and go step by step by step until I get to the outside lines. And same again, probably 2-inch one. And then it's angle grinder and join those two lines up. Yes. I'll be back when I'm ready for that. Well, I'll be honest, that's not turned out the way I would have liked it to have done. And I think the mistake I've made is that is the centre line is a horizontal line across, when I think it should be that way. Because what it means is I've basically got the 3 holes in a line, but the top lines are coming down at a different angle. Ah, well, it is what it is. It'll look right when I've finished. Right, angle grinder time. Thin slitting disc, a small disc, not a full-size disc. This will allow me to get in, and I've got safety specs on, getting really close, and I've got to join those lines up. I'm going to start on the inside. I can work my way outwards and just hope as I start, I don't slip. So here we goes. Big grip. So that's my first slot, and I'll clean it up with a file. Get all the others done. Okay, well, 3 rather rough slots at the moment, but we'll take the file and we'll start to draw those out and make them a little bit neater. Where's my file? Right, so got to take those burrs off. Good job, it's going to be up in the roof. Right, then I'll have to get some, like, I don't know, black marker pen and draw all the edges. I don't want to spray it because then I'll have to spray the whole thing. That's not what I was asked to do. I was asked to put 3 slots in, and I've got 3 slots in. Oh, there we go. No, you know, I suppose it's what I drew, but not quite what I was after. I was after that probably a bit further up there and that more central. However, they might like it. I might think it's okay. Don't look too bad, does it? All I've got to do now is replicate that. Oh, on the other side. So I've got to look through and go, it's got to go that way. Right, so I need to transfer that pattern onto the other side. I've got all my levels and everything. I could repeat my first step, or I can get a piece of paper and put it on a baseline. And using my dirty fingers. I can transfer that pattern over. I've took a line, drawn it all the way across in pencil. So in theory, I put that on the baseline. I did take the measurement from there to there. So in theory, if I go from there to there, that, and I've got to put it, I've done it, I want to go that way, I'm doing this wrong, so I've done it that way, so I need to turn it over and do it that way, put that on that mark, like that. I'll get some sticky tape. So then all I've got to do is to mark the centre of that hole there, there, with the mark one eyeball, and there, and likewise at the here, and here, and here. Have a look. Front to back, front to back. Rinse and repeat.
Going. The battery wants. The battery's good. Well, that's only on one as well. I have enough to get this job done. So we're going down 3 notches, 3 steps. Turn all them up. Put my batteries on charge. Job's a good one.
So we'll give it a clean best we can. It wasn't brand new when I got it, full of dints and dings. Well, there we go. Got 3 slots on that side and 3 matching slots on that side. I have decided to get some black gloss paint, but I'm only going to spray the inside because you can see the shiny edges. And of course, if steam is going to be coming through here, that is what's going to rust. I need one of them deburring tools. I do have one in this shed somewhere. Right, let me give this a bit of a spray. Oh well, have you got a grinder? Can you just put 3 slots in something for me? It turned into be, well, a much bigger job for myself because I don't know what I'm doing. I've got, as you will see, identical slots in. They didn't go as I would like them to have gone, but I think they will meet the need of my neighbour. So without much ado, let's show you my cack-handed attempt at putting some slots in. Oh, we've only had a milling machine. And I did give it a quick blow over with the gas help. There we go. So I don't think it turned out too badly, and if I get lined up correctly, you should be able to see straight through as you can. Oh well, it is what it is. I hope you enjoyed that cack-handed attempt at me for doing some engineering. Right, see you lot in the next one. Oh well, I've just took that over to the neighbours and I explained my mistake, but they couldn't tell, and they was over the moon. Yeah, my little exaggeration. They was happy with it. It met the needs, and at least looked identical either side. Right, see you lot in another vid. I've got a car of scrap to empty. Well, would you look at that? An hour later, done some good tidying up. Oh, we've got a nice tidy bench. We've still got a mountain full of scrap on that side, but we can work through that. I've just got one little thing to do. And I bet you can't guess what it is. Joy of joys, we love scrapping.